This is the kit review for the Rangers for Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition. Rangers I described last time as being kind of well-intentioned scout fighters. I think that they do have a purpose, and they are okay, but they're far from being the strongest fighters or strongest warriors. They can't really frontline as well as fighters because they don't have that damage output, but they can use some of their spells in order to strengthen their resistances to damage, depending on which spells you choose. They also can have a lot of variety in which weapons they have, because they're forced to specialize in multiple different types of weapons. I also think that there's a big danger to Rangers in their kind of issues with falling, right? If they get below a certain threshold with their reputation. But I think Rangers are a popular choice, judging by the number of views I got on my starter guide for Rangers. I think a lot of people like the class, and I think they do serve a purpose, right? There's something very romantic about being kind of the kind of combination between being a good-natured warrior and kind of an Aragorn type fighter that can go into stealth and hide around, and also be that person who can do frontline stuff when they have the right conditions. So I'm looking at the classes, looking at the kits for the Ranger. The first kit I already got to take a look at in the race starter guide. This is the Archer. This is the creme de la creme of missile damage, right? Whether you choose to go elf and make an actual archer with longbows, or if you choose another maybe a human, or maybe even an elf or a half elf, and choose to do crossbows, that's a very powerful choice, right? The fact that they just get this ranged damage stacking up higher and higher and higher is just incredible. Not only that, but you're not going to be great at melee damage, but you can use it in a pinch if you absolutely need to. I think archers are a fantastic class, especially if you want to keep your distance, and if you're just learning the game. I think it's a great class for people to start off with. So the next kit we're going to look at is the Stalker. So the Stalker acts as kind of like a combination of like a fighter and a spy, right? I actually love the idea behind the Stalker. They kind of dive into the stealth element. They get the backstab damage, which is really nice. You don't need to worry about being the frontline fighter, but you can if you need to, right? So looking at their advantages, they get a bonus to moving silently and hide in shadows, so a bonus to stealth. They get the backstab ability with a maximum of × 4, which by the way is the same as the Shadow Dancer, just at different intervals of levels. They get additional additional mage spells such as haste, protection from normal missiles, and minor spell deflection. Haste is good, but the other two are kind of meh. They have the disadvantage that they can't wear armor heavier than studded leather, but that's fine because it doesn't cooperate well with their ability to go into stealth, right? They can't be wearing plate mail armor while being in stealth. I like the Stalker. I haven't played one in a long time. If I were to play one again, I would play it a lot like basically a thief that can stick around in combat with additional HP and better damage capabilities and more diverse weaponry. So definitely a good class. Definitely try them out. The last kit for the Ranger is the Beastmaster, which gets its kind of idea from the classic trope of the Beastmaster warrior archetype that gets to summon animals and have weasels bite it out of bindings, or a tiger come and help in the middle of combat. It sounds really cool, but in this game, the execution is just not very good, right? They do get a bonus to hide in shadows and move silently, so they get a bonus to stealth, and they can use Find Familiar, which is a great spell if you're a wizard because it gives you additional HP. So it's an okay spell here, but you're not talking about something earth-shattering. and you get various animal summonings at different levels, but by the time you get it, at level 8, 10, and 12, they're not very good, right? At levels 1 and 2, if you're using a mod that lets you summon animals, it's really, really good, but at these levels, it's not. And then, of course, you can't use metal weapons, so you're really limited for your selection, which, of course, is a big problem for any warrior type. So I'm not a huge fan of the Beastmaster kit. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please check out my other starter guides and my playthroughs. If you like what I do, please support the channel by subscribing, leaving a comment, or giving the video a like. For now, take care and good luck. We're all counting on you.